Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Wednesday, November the 14th. It's National Pickle Day, National Spicy Guacamole Day, also National Educational Support Professionals Day as well. All of those things going on. And I have a quote for today. It says, I shouldn't even be here. So if I'm here, I better do something good. Tammy Duckworth. Or Tammy Duckworth, rather.
I don't know who that is.
Well, she's here, so she better do something good. I've got a fun guest coming up later in the program. David Schaffner, I believe is how I say it. I'm trying to read my handwriting. He's with Just the Cheese. And they sent some of this stuff over. It's little snacks.
Oh, yeah, those were good.
It's very good. So,
yeah.
Going to be chatting with David coming up later in the program. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Want to honor a veteran? Consider giving to Veterans Tickets Foundation, a national nonprofit who supports our currently serving military, veterans, and family members of those we've lost in action by providing them with free tickets to sporting events, concerts, performing arts, and family activities. VetTix is dedicated to giving back to those who gave us so much. Learn how you can help at vettix.org. VetTix.org.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? You ready, Heidi?
I am ready.
All right. She's on a roll right now. She hasn't gotten one right for 7 weeks. Okay, it's not quite like that one. Okay, how about this? The Cliffs in Grayford, Texas. Is it a golf course?
I think we've done this one, and
or
it
is
was a
rehab?
golf course.
Golf clap for Heidi.
Because remember I said I don't think it would be right to name a rehab center the Cliffs.
Very possible. I might have just given you that one.
Okay.
The Cliffs. Heidi got it right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We're getting to the time of year where we start planning for holiday parties and other events that often include alcohol. I encourage you to have some alcohol-free options as well. And if you are drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to connect you with someone who can be there for you or that loved one. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, we're here for you. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com. And this is your brain on drugs. Police arrested a Tallahassee man for allegedly setting fire to a Florida Gators flag attached to someone else's car. He said he did it because he's a rival. He's a fan of the Hurricanes in Miami. Anyway, he was booked into jail. He got 4 counts, including second-degree arson, possession of marijuana, told the local media that the car's owner called police and said he saw Walters randomly lighting her Nissan Altima on fire before leaving the scene, telling officers he returned and tried to talk to her before fleeing again. They spotted him a short distance away from the scene, where he admitted to being the one who lit the flag on fire because he's a Canes fan, as he put it. He doesn't give I'm going to just say a darn about the Gators. That's not quite what he said. He was charged, has a prior criminal record, including drug possession charges and assault with a deadly weapon. So, bad idea. That's the kind of thing.
Very bad idea.
That's the kind of thing you do, though, when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. Bill Cosby is in the news. I know, shocker, right? This time, though, it's because he's selling off pieces from his art collection. So I didn't know he had an art collection. Is he a painter like his, or he collected other people's art?
I don't know.
I thought you knew everything, Heidi.
I don't know this.
Okay. A new article from the Daily Beast claims John Travolta's career is in shambles because of Scientology and his poor choice of film roles. So, okay. Dan Crenshaw, the wounded veteran who was mocked on Saturday Night Live a little over a week ago. He made a surprise appearance on the show.
I saw this.
Like half a week ago. We actually just watched it. We don't watch the show anymore. Haven't watched it for years.
No.
But we watched it on a little clip on the internet.
This was a
was
great moment. I loved it. I'm glad that they did that.
I was amazed at how professional that came across. It's not because they like to joke and they like to have fun. I get it. It's comedy. It's what it's all about. But sometimes they can take it too far. And I think they did a couple weeks ago. But I really thought it was.
I'm glad they recognized
a good program
and fixed it.
Yeah, for the Veterans Day weekend, they had Dan Crenshaw come on.
It was wonderful.
A wounded warrior.
If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend looking it up because it was a great
I'll throw a link to
video.
it in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now, your scoop of the day brought to you by FreshPatch.com, promo code RADIO. Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz has assembled a massive PR team to help with his presidential campaign. So there you go. He's going to be running for president in 2020. A study by the University of Massachusetts used something called a pedal desk to allow office workers to pedal while they work in an attempt to burn calories. Do you think that would work, Heidi?
Yeah.
A pedal desk? So
it would work, yeah.
We would basically sit here and I would be pedaling while we're talking?
Yeah, it would absolutely work.
Okay.
It's going to burn calories. You're moving.
But here's the thing. I remember one time having some exercise equipment at our house, and it was there, but we didn't use it. It was a really handy place to hang clothing and stuff.
You know what, though? If it's right under your desk where you're sitting all day, I could see
Do you think you would?
putting your feet on it and using it,
No,
yeah.
I've seen these little things where it's not attached to a desk. It's literally like just a little arch thing with some pedals on it. You could
Yeah.
put that under your desk.
Yeah,
Why
you
couldn't
could.
you?
Yeah,
You could do
absolutely.
that. So anyway, they said it worked. According to the study from the University of Massachusetts, a pedal desk allows workers to pedal while they work in an attempt to burn calories, and they say it worked pretty well. A new study found that an alarming number, doesn't say the number, but an alarming number of people share their leftover antibiotics with others. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. I don't know why you just chuckled. What, are you someone who does that, Heidi?
I have done that.
Don't do
Yes.
that. I think she just admitted to drug dealing, so she will be arrested today, most likely. A Florida,
No, but like if my kids get the same thing that I just had that I ended up beating without using all the antibiotics, and then I've been known to share.
we could both use some antibiotics right now.
We could. We're both very sick.
Whether you're drinking giant jugs
Orange juice.
Ho, 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 ho. A new study found, we just talked about that. That's the antibiotics thing that Heidi's going to be arrested for. A Florida trapper caught a 17-foot, 5-inch python while he was driving home from work. So, 17-foot, 5-inch python. That's a big python.
That's a big python.
Anything at that size is big. 17 foot 5 inches, that's huge. That's longer than a car. Crazy. I've got a link to that story if you want to see all the details. A Missouri man was arrested after he broke into a Dickerson Park Zoo. The Dickerson Park Zoo had closed, and this man from Missouri ordered the cheetahs to eat the zookeeper. Okay.
He ordered them to eat
Yeah.
the zookeeper.
He broke in and had a chat with the cheetahs. He's like, all right, tomorrow morning, I want you to eat the zookeeper. Does not say if drugs were involved, but I'm gonna place a wager on probably. A British woman gave birth to her 21st child on Saturday. 21st. She says she is done having kids after this one.
I would hope so.
You know, there are people online that are being really mean to this lady about
How
having all
old
these
is
kids.
she?
It doesn't say. She's 17. No, she's not.
Oh, my gosh.
21 children. I have no idea how old she is. Maybe it's in the story. I've got a link in the show notes. It has all the details, but I didn't read that. Because I just do headlines here, Heidi. Because it's like rapid fire. As much as we can get in. And then you always pull me off track. And then we
I'm
talk too
sorry.
much.
I want to know more.
Well, it's in the show notes. A new survey found that over 1 million Americans now live in RVs and consider themselves modern nomads.
You would love to do that. There's no way.
I don't know if I want to live in an RV. I just want to get one. I want to. I want to try it for a weekend. We're going to rent one sometime just to see what we think of it. But yeah, Heidi says no. She spends enough time with me the way it is. We live together. We work together. We commute together. We go, everywhere together. She's like, I don't want to be cooped up in an RV with you for the rest of my life. And our final story. A study by the University of Pittsburgh found that people who weigh themselves frequently are more likely to lose weight than people who don't.
I would agree with that.
Absolutely. I mean, how in the world would you know if you're losing weight if you haven't checked? I mean, you just randomly lose weight, I suppose. But if you're thinking about it and you know that you're going to be looking at that scale, I think that just makes it go, probably not going to eat a 17th piece of pizza. Or maybe even the 7th, This has been today's Scoop of the Day.
Are you trying to find the perfect gift for someone with a good sense of humor? FunkyMonkeyShirts.com has a good selection of funny t-shirts and more. Some with Christmas themes. One that even replaces the ugly Christmas sweater for your next party. Find some silly shirts at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Also, learn how you can sell your own designs to make some extra Christmas cash. There's a link at the bottom of the page at funkymonkeyshirts.com. funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a winning Wednesday. Today, you're going to have a chance to win some cheese. And it's not like regular cheese. It's a really cool cheese product from justthecheese.com. We have David Scharfman, and he is with that company. You've been there a long, long time. It's like a family business, right, David?
That's right. My parents bought a little cheese company in rural Reeseville, Wisconsin in 1991. And I've been sort of working, because it's a family business, you're never out of it. But I started working as an adorable, blonde, short, 4-year-old demo boy. And when they needed to, have someone show their products in the grocery store in the 90s, they had to look no further than the free child labor that lived in their house.
That's exactly right. And that's the way it works. And now, so you've been around cheese your entire life. Now, this product that we're going to talk about, Just the Cheese, and it's not cheese like most people are thinking right now, like in the dairy section, but this is a thing that comes in a package, kind of like almost like a snack bar.
Yep. So if you just think about a granola bar, except it's made of 100% cheese. So all we do is we make the cheese, shred it, bake it, and pack it. And this is one of those things where don't screw with something that's already good. So lots of other companies add random ingredients or preservatives or just stuff to either try to make it taste better or to be able to have it in a bar. And we just figured out that, look, we've got over 100 years of cheese-making experience in our company. If anyone was going to figure out how to do this and make a bar out of nothing but cheese, it would be us. So that's what we did.
Well, and they sent some over for me to try. I tried the grilled cheese. That was really good. You said that's the second most popular. What's the most popular one?
So the aged cheddar bar is actually a top 100 grocery product on Amazon. So
wow.
All of the nonsense that Jeff Bezos sells, we're in the top 100.
That is awesome. And they sell a lot of stuff. I think they're going to make it, that Amazon company.
Yeah, it looks kind of shaky for a while, but it looks like they're finally going to, they may stick around.
Yeah, they got a foothold because of your cheese bars. That's what happened.
Well, the craziest thing for me is that, look, I'm like most people, I buy lots of random riffraff on Amazon, but when you look at the top 100 list, it's all, Keurig coffee pods or Kraft macaroni and cheese, Cliff bars, like all these huge corporations that have gajillions of dollars in marketing and sales. And then there's our little random company in Reeseville, Wisconsin, with a population of 700.
How cool is that?
Our factory literally used to be the local middle school.
No kidding.
Yep. We bought it in the early 2000s to consolidate a bunch of smaller factories. So when my dad bought it, we were running 200,000 pounds of milk a day in 4 little houses that happened to have cheese plants in the basement.
Oh, wow.
And right now, what he's done is incredible, but the business now runs about 3 million pounds of milk per week.
Holy cow. That is amazing.
And he did all the hard stuff. I showed up to do the fun, new, cool product, but it's still built at a school. We literally just took down the basketball hoops in the gym. Then he and I share an office in the detention room. Our finance team is in the principal's office, and we bake these cheese bars in what used to be the art room.
That is awesome.
We still refer to it that way because of the large child-painted mural on the wall.
That is fantastic. I love that. Now, this is like the American success story right here, isn't it?
I'm biased. I say yes, but again, I'm biased, and I also deserve, a fraction of the credit. My mom and dad had to go through a lot of tough times, and so it's not like I don't want to overstate and say, we were really living the hard life, because we weren't, but the business really went through a lot of big ups and a lot of big downs.
Oh, yeah. Business will do that, yeah.
And so they righted the ship and have kept going, and, having any business survive more than 5 years is incredible, and to be almost 30 and still going strong is just just unbelievable.
Well, I think it's such a cool idea. I had come across this Just the Cheese and reached out to do an interview because I've never seen anything like this. Did you guys develop this product? Is this kind of a unique to you thing?
Yep. So it is the only 100% cheese snack bar on the market. There have been some big companies that have figured out how to make little discs. They sell sort of Parmesan crisps and discs in Costco. Starbucks had a product called Moon Cheese that are these little dehydrated pellets, and we're the only ones who make a bar. And all of these big companies have really tried, and no one's figured it out because they're all big snack companies, and we're just a little cheese company. But if you're going to make a cheese snack, I'd rather be a cheese company.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And these cheese bars have raised the bar. Little pun for you there. Because it's all natural. There's no extra stuff. It's just the cheese, which that's also the name of the thing. I love that.
And plus, so because it's just cheese, it's naturally low carbs. There's less than 1 gram of carbohydrate in 2 bars, which is 1 pack. Got 8 grams of protein, no sugar, and only 150 calories.
Well, that is awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us about this, and I also thank you for sending some because I am such a generous guy. I'm gonna give some of these away. We do a thing called Winning Wednesday, and we're doing that today. It's going to be a Winning Wednesday where people can register to win Just the Cheese, and I'll have a link in our show notes where you can go to buy Just the Cheese if you'd like to do that as well. But we'll have all of the information in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Again, thank you so much, David, for taking the time to chat with us, and thanks for innovating this. I think it's really cool.
No, it was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for having me. It was great.
Again, David Scharfman, and he is with justthecheese.com, and they gave us a promo code as well. If you want to use the promo code radio, you'll actually save a little bit when you go there. And if you'd like to win, we're giving away some cheese right now, and you can get all those details, since it is a Winning Wednesday, at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Winning Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers, or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales, and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Did you know that when the University of Nebraska plays football at home, their stadium becomes the 3rd largest city in the state of Nebraska?
That is insane.
It is. And they sell out like every single game, and the population of the stadium is right behind the population of Lincoln itself. So Omaha is the number one, like the biggest city, then Lincoln, and then that stadium on home game days. Crazy. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
FreshPatch.com is making dogs like me happy. They send out real grass pads for us to use indoors. Now when it's cold outside, I can go inside. And when I've used up the real grass patch, the mailman brings me a new Fresh Patch. It's the best idea since doggy treats. Convince your mommy to try it today. I suggest you try Puppy Dog Eyes. FreshPatch.com. Use promo code RADIO to save 10%. That's FreshPatch.com. Promo code RADIO.
Time now for our weird word for today. What do you think the weird word is today, Heidi?
I don't know. Why don't you
I
enlighten
guess I usually
us?
tell you first, don't
Yeah.
I? Mondegreen. What do you think mondegreen means?
I have no idea.
Mondegreen. Mondegreen is a misunderstood or misinterpreted word or phrase resulting from a mishearing of the lyrics of a song.
That happens a lot.
Yes. So there's a lot of examples here in their list as well. Like one is, excuse me while I kiss this guy, but it's not really what Jimi Hendrix says. He really said, excuse me while I kiss the sky. And there's another one, there's a bathroom on the right. No, it's there's a bad moon on the rise. See, there's a whole list of them. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Want to honor a veteran? Consider giving to Veterans Tickets Foundation, a national nonprofit who supports our currently serving military, veterans, and family members of those we've lost in action by providing them with free tickets to sporting events, concerts, performing arts, and family activities. VetTix is dedicated to giving back to those who gave us so much. Learn how you can help at vettix.org. VetTix.org.
Now, some weird news for you on a Wednesday. Authorities in East Liverpool, Ohio, made a very unusual apprehension. Acting on a tip, they were told that there's somebody living in an abandoned property in the city, and they showed up to find a, quote, strange man who was spotted in the area with a bunch of weird weapons. He had an old modified police cruiser. He's 22-year-old. What is his name? It's in here somewhere. Maybe it's not. He's 22. I'm skimming through the story because it's a long story. He had a modified police cruiser with a smorgasbord of zombie-killing paraphernalia.
Oh, wow.
Loaded handgun, various ammo, crossbows, bolts, knives, and baseball bats. One of the bats similar to Negan's bat from The Walking Dead, but instead of being wrapped in barbed wire, the bat was covered in bottle caps. A second bat had 2 circular saw blades attached to it.
Oh.
Yeah, they say 24 photos that they snapped and threw on Facebook with the caption, "Apocalyptic Hunter Arrested." The 22-year-old man was charged with criminal trespass and improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. So, bad idea. Don't do that. That is a very weird story. Now your moment of duh. Didn't we just talk about a lady falling through the ceiling of a restaurant yesterday?
Twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we got another one today. Police are searching for a man who fell through the ceiling of a Waffle House, then shoved customers as he ran out of the restaurant.
What are people doing up on...
Well, they're trying to break in, Heidi.
But during business hours?
I don't know. Authorities say this man from Alabama, he's 27. He was trying to break into a Waffle House on Sunday when he crawled into the restaurant's ceiling. He probably started before they opened.
And got stuck up there.
Surveillance show he was going into the restaurant's bathroom and tried tying his jeans to the door. He broke the sink and the toilet trying to get into the ceiling. Customers watched as the ceiling appeared to cave in and the man fell out, causing a heap of debris to fall on top of a booth and a table. He fought through patrons and staff to exit when he fled the scene. So maybe he was planning on hiding in the ceiling until they closed.
I have no idea. That is so bizarre.
I don't know. This is the second time this week.
And what do you think you're going to get? I mean, most people pay with debit cards.
There's not a lot of cash in businesses anymore.
No.
So I don't know what you think you're going to get. It's not a good plan. It's going to steal some syrup, maybe. I don't know.
guess.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi has to tell me if this is a true story that happened in the great state of Florida, or if it's all made up for her amusement. You tell me, Heidi. Fake news or Florida? 2 middle school girls were arrested for plotting to kill their classmates in a bathroom and drink their blood. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Sadly, that is a true story. What a bizarre
I think
story.
I had read that one, actually, and it's messed up.
Yeah, I got this back around Halloween time, so I probably should have shared it then, because that would have been a good Halloween one. But then you would have thought for sure it was made up because, it was around Halloween. But it is a true story, and it is a bizarre story. And I have a link to it in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of Odiva. That is the monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All of the details at radiosavings.com. This is such an amazing story, Heidi. Do you believe in miracles?
Absolutely.
I absolutely believe in miracles. And if you don't believe in miracles, give me the next minute and a half, and I'll see if we can change your mind. How's that sound? Doctors are puzzled over how a man's suspected brain tumor suddenly disappeared with no surgery. The patient credits this miraculous recovery to his faith and hope. Paul Wood from California, Lodi, California, approached doctors several months ago because he was having headaches and had trouble walking unassisted. He was sent to a neurosurgeon. They suspected that he was suffering from a brain bleed. Scans revealed signs of a brain tumor. Rather than accept a dismal diagnosis, he turned to his faith and his community. Woods attends Gravity Church and was flooded with messages of support and prayers from his fellow churchgoers and local acquaintances. Then, the day before his surgery, doctors were stunned to find that this tumor had vanished. He says, we do tests and we have medical technology and we try to come up with some sort of conclusion. We're like detectives, but some things happen that we just can't explain, Dr. Richard Yee said to the local TV channel there. The surgery was canceled. Woods simply said that it is a miracle, and that is the way God planned it. I agree. In addition to a miracle, I think it's pretty darn awesome as well. I've got a link to this story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And I could use a miracle for Heidi. She's kind of ill over here.
Oh, my gosh. It's just
So am I.
awful.
It's not a tumor, thank goodness. It's just
It's just a cold.
We both have a cold, so we sound a little funny right now. But we're going to hopefully get a little more rest and get back to normal. Thank you so much for joining us on a Wednesday edition of the John and Heidi Show. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great Wednesday.